we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. And the Trojans will kick off first, and here we go. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Terrapins offense will have the football first. And this junior tight end is a steady, productive piece of their attack. And what a luxury it is to have a weapon like this at tight end. He is a big play that can happen at any moment. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions.
There's a lot of great attributes about a tight end, like the size, the physicality. This guy, though, what sticks out the most is the speed. You want to play him man-to-man, put a linebacker on him, that's a problem. You put a safety on him, he's still got good enough speed and size to go win. Palmer, this guy, they put him everywhere, and he wins because of that blazing speed.
It's really crazy to think about that he might actually be their fastest. If you had everybody lined up at receiver, tight end, just running vertical routes, he might actually be the fastest. Dave, you've even seen him on film run away from cornerbacks as well in man coverage. Nobody can seem to catch up with this guy. A very unique skill set for a tight end.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. All the way back. Touchdown, Trojans.
That is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early, put yourself in a hole, not good.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running inside, it's Smith. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Trojans offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And now we get a look at Jaden Mayava. Man, he was razor sharp last time out. Completed better than 70% of his passes, throwing for 200-plus yards. On the run, it's Jordan. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to the ground with the running back. Push down for the tackle.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught over the middle. It's Mosley.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
For all the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
To the air, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Trojans, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Going to take a shot on second and short. Touchdown, Trojans! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with a big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Terrapins have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Washington. Makes the catch, it's Webb. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. The Terrapins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Buys a little time with his feet. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to get it to the marker. He is stuffed on fourth down and stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On the ground, it's Jordan. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Ooh. Wants to throw. It's Washington. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Creates a little room. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the run. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
On the Maryland sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through one quarter of play. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Back to pass, it's Washington. Throws to the tight end. That's reeled in, it's Fleming. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's got it down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Here's a heat. Finds his target down the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Terrapins go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing. You're creating some momentum. You got the score. You got the stop. This offense, Jesse, has a chance now to make this an absolute barn burner of a ball game.
Yeah, it's one play at a time, though, right? You're not going to get it all back in one play. Just go out, do your job, execute, keep this thing going down the field. If things go well, like David said, we've got a game.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Snags it over the middle. Turning it on. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. And the Terrapins will line it up on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Smith. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Back to throw. It's Washington. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Terrapins will punt this one away. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They'll go to the counter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
And the Trojans are rolling down the field. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Now facing a 3rd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Using his legs to buy some time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll start this drive firing. Complete. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Durr. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Trojans use their first timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab past the marker. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
On target. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Mosley. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Trojans in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He's going to take off across the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Time to take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is good. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you be hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. Right down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the number 10 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how... There he goes! Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to move them on the counter. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Running inside. It's Smith. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Terrapins will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up. Has to be ready.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Going deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he got it oh so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. And the Trojans will go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run. From the gun, running back on the move. Corralled and stopped, and he just picked and weaved and bobbed his way for 5. The Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Makes the catch. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Maybe a crease. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Turning it on. He's piled up 76 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Back to throw, it's Mayava. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Looking for a gap. It's Jordan. At midfield, he's got room. They stop him before he can get to the first down marker, but he does cross the 50, and now to be fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Dodge down, Terrapins. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Miller. At the 35, he's open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Mayava. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Pick up of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. The run inside. It's Smith. Spins away from the defense. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Terrapins decide to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Running inside, it's Miller. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Mayava. Rushes on him. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him out of bounds, couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and 10. Next, going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week.
And now the ball is not free. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. Looking to throw, it's Washington.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Mark him down right there, but he's got plenty for the first down and to keep this drive moving. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Maryland! A great catch and run for 6.
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the USC sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. Let's send the tight end in motion. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Trojans! You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Steps away to find some room. Breaks into the open. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. And the Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
And this is the frustration in playing man-to-man coverage. All the guys on your defense are chasing their guys. They don't have vision on the quarterback, but he is such a good athlete. He notices it, he takes off, he chews up yards, and makes a big play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Over the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're dealing with a second and long. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Takes the knee, and they will remain perfect. Strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.